want revenge, somebody might want it now.
Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ready? 10-2 soft. Switch. Hey. High 7.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross. 75 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Go now. 30 base.
Check safety.
Fire.
And to give this time to the tailback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
It's a party now.
Snap.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Team 6. Ready.
On first down, Lawrence. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
44's to Mike.
Get it.
2nd and 5. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, wahoo!
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hey, Alpha!
2nd and 4. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 9-yard touchdown grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a handoff looking right. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Set 60 Pittsburgh.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
It's been a long day for you.
Hit it.
Off play action. Lawrence. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready? 60 or
44. Bring it. Bring it.
Snap.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Delta.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44.
Ready.
Throwing again. Lawrence. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, orbit.
49.
Hey.
49's the mic. Go. Go.
On fourth down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. The try here for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
61, matchbox lights.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Ready?
44, Mike.
Move.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. Fofo to Mike. Mike's Fofo.
5.
Second and 9 now. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw. Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And runs like that with explosiveness, that's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Bravo.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 or. Hey, Charlie.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 89 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit. Now.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offense.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. Off play action. Lawrence. That's complete to the tight end Sample. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
3 bud.
49.
Now they try the right side here. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that's... And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers are able to get a score back. Prater for the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Pick it up.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. And he's got room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Ross now on 1st and 10, letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
To throw again. Ross. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete on the trickeration. Maybe time to put that play on the back burner for a while. That was nearly a disaster.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sheldon Rankins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Yo, go!
55.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight. Check. Lucky. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
In your face.
Snap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check.
Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
4th down and goal.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And to give this time to the tailback. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
You know, has to be really happy after that play. The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty...
There he goes, left side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Damian Ratley, 33 yards. And the Chargers are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 51 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Double tight, double tight.
Hard, hard. Watch the safety, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Kill, kill, kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
Watch QB drop. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check 3.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up third down and...
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our...